Demon Slayer Season 4 Episode 7. Tanjiro was able to awaken his Demon Slayer mark and move the giant boulder, shocking Inosuke and Zenitsu. He used not just his upper body, but all the muscles in his lower body as well to keep pushing the boulder forward. Inosuke was amazed and pissed seeing how far Tanjiro had come with his training, but he didn't want to be left behind, so he also pushed past his limits and was able to push his boulder. No surprise, Tanjiro was completely exhausted and dehydrated after using his Demon Slayer mark and successfully moving the boulder one full cho. Gyomei bought him some water and congratulated him on completing the Stone Hashira training. Gyomei also told Tanjiro he made the right choice in choosing to save the villagers in the Sword Village over saving his demon sister, and because of that, the Stone Hashira acknowledged him. Tanjiro let Gyomei know that he didn't decide to save the villagers. Nezuko decided for him. The villagers actually almost died because of his indecisiveness. He told Gyomei not to be so quick to acknowledge him, and him saying that dispelled all doubt Gyomei had about him. Years ago, Gyomei lived with orphan children at a temple. They didn't have much. None of them were related by blood, but they all got along well like family and always helped each other out. Gyomei felt life would go on like that forever, but one night, one of the kids broke the rules and didn't return to the temple before dark. He ran into a demon. This demon was about to make a quick midnight snack out of him, but terrified. He told the demon if he spared his life, he would lead him back to the temple where he could devour Gyomei and the other 8 children. The demon agreed, so he knocked over all the wisteria incense so the demon could easily enter the temple, and he instantly killed 4 of the children. Gyomei tried to protect the remaining 4 kids. He told them to stay behind him, but they didn't listen. They didn't feel safe having a skinny blind man defend them, so 3 of them made a break for it and were also instantly killed. The youngest child, Sayo, was the only one that did what she was told. Gyomei fought the demon with his bare hands, surprisingly overpowering the monster. This was the first time he threw a punch at full force, and his strength terrified even him. If the demon never would have attacked the temple, Gyomei would have went his whole life without knowing how strong he was. He beat the demon face in until the sun came up, and when the authorities got there, Sayo, the little girl that wanted to give Gyomei her dinner because he was too skinny and she felt he needed to eat more, the little girl that he risked his life to save, that little girl told the authorities that Gyomei was the monster that killed everyone. All he wanted was for her to appreciate what he did for her. All he wanted was for her to speak the words, "Thank you for fighting for me." Those words would have saved him. But with the demon's body turning into dust and disappearing, and Gyomei being the only one in the temple with a bunch of dead kids, he was sent to prison for murder. And if Ubuyashiki didn't intervene and give him the opportunity to become a demon slayer, he would have been executed. Creatures known as children are pure, innocent, and weak. They're prone to lying and have no qualms about being cruel. Children are selfishness personified. But not only children, no matter how virtuous someone seemed to be, only when push come to shove do their true nature come out. But Tanjiro was different. He never ran off or turned his gaze away. He never lied. He remained pure and single-minded. He told Tanjiro that he is a special child, and from now on, he would also help Tanjiro to never stray from the path he was on. Zenitsu skipped dinner and had been keeping to himself for the past couple of days. Earlier in the episode, his bird gave him a letter from someone. After that, he stopped complaining and being over the top. He became laser focused on completing the Hashira training and getting stronger. I have never seen Zenitsu so serious before while he's awake. I wonder who wrote him that letter and what on earth did it say? Tanjiro goes to Giyu's place and Giyu and Sanemi are sparring, but 2 Hashira sparring while using their breathing techniques looked more like an all-out fight than them just practicing. Their moves were extremely fast, but now Tanjiro was able to follow their movements. This was a part of the Hashira training. They needed to spar against each other for them to get a real workout in and to hone their skills to perfection. It's crazy that Sanemi trains the lower ranked demon slayers, then he spars with Muichiro and Iguru at night, and he still finds time to train with Giyu. I'm convinced at this point he never sleeps. Both of their swords eventually broke, but they were fighting at such a high level, I'm actually surprised their swords held out as long as they did. After their fight, Tanjiro tried to connect with Sanemi by cooking him red bean mochi. He knew it was the Wind Hashira's favorite food because when he was training under him, he could always smell it on Sanemi's breath. Feeling weird and vulnerable about his favorite food being brought up by somebody he don't like, he punched Tanjiro and left. On his way back to his place, still irritated, he felt the presence of something watching him. He turned around and grabbed that thing that was following him. It was one of the Upper Moon 4 eyes, and after it disappeared in his hands, he knew they had been infiltrated. And then the most shocking thing ever happened. Muzan entered the Demon Slayer hideout. He finally found the Ubuyashiki mansion. This goes to show just how useful Nakami is. Muzan Muzan spent 3.5 seasons searching for the blue spider lilies. Nakami found the Ubuyashiki mansion in 2 episodes. The Hashira will be there in no time, but I'm sure Muzan brought all the upper moons with him. So next episode, the all-out war will begin. The leaders of 2 opposing forces finally meeting face to face. What an incredible moment in Demon Slayer. We got Tanjiro and Inosuke finishing the Stone Hashira training, Zenitsu finally getting serious, Gyomei's backstory, an awesome Hashira fight, and the best cliffhanger in the entire season, all in one episode. I can't wait for the next episode, which is the season's finale. Let me know your thoughts below, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.